Well, I wasn't planning on doing any more of this wood turning nonsense, but and I certainly wasn't planning on videoing any of it. I've done some without, but I got this bit of another bit of piano. It's the front. I've stuck some together. I'll show you in a minute. That's the front bar with the lock in it there, and I've glued a few bits together. And the other bit it made that nice bowl, didn't it? That nice little bowl. So I don't know. But the thing is, I went to the steam engine rally at Carrington weekend, and I went with my mate, and he looked round stalls. I never bother obviously, but he looked round stalls, and I see all these chisels, and I had a look, and there's some wood turning tools. I thought, well, you know, we'll have a look and see, and I got that. It's only a spindle gouge. I really need a ball gouge, I know, but I thought I'd just have a play with it. A grand cost of £5, so I suppose it's not too dear, is it? So anyway, we'll have a go with this and just see. So all I've done is I've rounded that and made quite if I can turn the camera, and I've got a decent blank, so didn't know what to do with it really, but I think the best thing to do, instead of just a boring bowl like that, do a smaller one with a bit of a raised edge. Anyway, we'll see. So I'll just set up and make a quick start, and then I'll show you a quick bit of it. Well, it didn't seem to want to know on that back side, just grab. But anyway, I've had to just go on the front side, and it seems as if it'll work. I've only just started, so we'll just see. I'll just show you. It seems to go right on here. See, pulling some nice shavings off, so I'll have to just move around the front, won't I? But yeah, I thought it was a dead loss for a minute, but now it seems to do the job. As you can see, I've had a bit of a change of plan for what I'm doing. Anyway, if I get it done, I'll show you it. Keeping it short, as I say, you've seen tons of wood turning. Not showing you that, but just showing you that it does actually work, so that's not too bad. Well, not only have I found the limits of this small machine, I've gone way past them. As you know, that little faceplate I made was plastic, and it moves a lot. And as soon as you touch this on the outside, the inside's alright, as soon as you touch it on the outside it grabs. So I've had to end up scraping most of it out, which seems to work the best, but you just can't touch the outside, so a little bit more to do when we've made something out of this, but you know, it's proved something, hasn't it? And it passed the time, as I keep saying. So what I think, if I do another video of this, it's worth working on it a bit. So sometime, it's been a wet day today, so that's kept me in, but it might be towards autumn, I don't know, or it might be next week. Anyway, I'm going to make a small metal faceplate. I can do that, know what I'm doing, and it'll make an interesting video, I think. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we've got it done so far. A little bit more to do in the corner, and then a lot of sanding, and but that's the largest piece I've done on here. So, as I say, it'll work, but it's gone way past the limits. So that's for the future. Right, what I'll do, I'll finish this off today and I'll just show you a quick bit of video at the end with it finished. Well, possibly as an excuse to use my new spindle gouge, it wasn't the most success and it's taken quite a lot of work and sanding, but it's actually come quite good at the end of the day. Obviously there's little bits and pieces that I can't do on here, and you can see how much it wobbles, as I've said before many times. I mean, look, you know, that's what I'm using. But anyway, look, I mean, it's there, and we're not in natural light yet. Do you know, I think this might be walnut, I'm not sure, but it's certainly. Now I've got some wax on it, I'll give it another wax or two and it's filled it in, but look, that's not too bad, is it? Eh? Oh, putting dust on it, but it don't matter. Bit of sawdust and that fills it up. So there we are. Right, all I've got to do now is cut it off, which I don't want to use a junior hacksaw, but I might do. And go through the screws, and then I've got to of course make a jam chuck, and I've nothing big enough. I'll have to use a bit of MDF, I think, and put that on there. It'll probably come out and damage it as normal, but anyway, that's how it is. But yeah, that's well, compared to what I've done before, that's successful so far. Right, we'll see if we can do the bottom bit. Well, against the odds again, I've done it. Right, had a bit of problem, but what isn't new, eh? Anyway, I normally don't have a problem with the underside, but I did. Anyway, I left quite a bit on. I'm just trying to, yeah, so you can see it. If you get it in sunlight, it seems to, don't know, it seems to kill it somehow. So we need to be out the sunlight, but in the natural light there. How about there? That might be alright. Yeah, I think that shows it off alright, doesn't it? So it's quite a big piece, this is. It's far more than the machine's capable of, I'll tell you that much, for nothing. There's absolutely no way you can do it. So I've found the limits, haven't I? In fact, I've got well beyond the limits, but yeah, it's been worth it. And it's actually made something a bit useful for a change, hasn't it? You know, I mean, you can put sweets in that, or nuts and bolts and bits and pieces. You know, I don't know if you do at your house, but I always have a, you know, a junk box about, a little thing to chuck your bits and pieces in. So that's all right, and it's just to give you an idea of the scale. I'll just get a ruler and pop it across to show you, because it's as I say, it's quite right. It's just, we'll definitely have to do something if we're going to do something this big again, but it's there, look at that, 6 5/8 inches across, or if you have to be in metric, it's 160 millimeters, right? So it's a reasonable size, isn't it? But like I say, I had to do, I made sure it didn't come out, so I've done a lot of the sanding on the bottom by hand in the middle, because I've had one jump out on me. I didn't want to damage the edge on this one, because it had come quite good. So still could do with a lot of work. Obviously you can probably see there's a few sanding marks still in it and things like that, but thing is, you see, I personally like this linseed oil and wax polish finish. You know, it's just a personal opinion. As I say, I personally like it the best, because I find that varnish finishes and that you can do with it so good it looks like a bit of plastic, you know, and it's wood, isn't it? It's a living thing. So anyway, there we are, enough of that. But the idea was to show me new tool, wasn't it? You know, my woodworking tool. Everybody said, oh, you've got to get a gouge. Alright, it's a thimble gouge, but so far it's been totally useless on my equipment. And it's my fault with my equipment not setting. Anyway, we've got 2 little bits of this left. Like that. So, if you hold it in centres, you can do it. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And of course I've got the, I've moved it. So I've got the other little bit. So I think I might just try and make, well, not 2 candlesticks, just 2 little ornaments with base. You know, certainly won't see that on video. Might show you a picture sometime. Alright, that's enough of it for now, no doubt. But you have to agree, don't you, that that's been worth doing. End of the day, another success.